My name is Bree, and this year I decided to do an advent calendar for the first time with my family, and I decided to make a homemade one. For these boxes, I ordered them off of Amazon, and I decided to put one of my grandma's cookies recipes in each box. And every day I'm going to make a cookie recipe and then put 4 cookies in each box. This is day 1, so we're going to make sugar cookies. Here to see what kind of cookies I'm going to make. It's kind of like a fun surprise for me because I put them in random order and I don't know which one it is. So it's sugar cookies, as I already said. And then I put all the recipes in a Ziploc baggie so I can easily find them. And for the most part they're handwritten, and some items are like saved out of a magazine or some other areas that she'd cut out of. So I'm just looking for the sugar cookie one right now. This one is a kind of interesting recipe. It's like scribbled on half of one side and half of the other. I'm going to zoom in and show you in just a minute so you can see it. So at first I thought this was the front, and then I realized that it's missing ingredients, and this is actually the back. Here's the front. So, and she said this is a half of a cookie recipe, so she must have just needed half of it and wrote half the ingredients, and then decided that's how many cookies she needed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the ingredients out now, and I will be just a minute. Okay, I'm going to add a stick of butter that's softened, 3/4 a cup of sugar, 1 egg, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla. I wish I would just add a little bit more vanilla for these cookies, but I stuck with the recipe, so that's what I did. Can't go back and change it now. I also didn't measure like perfectly. I just used my scoop to guesstimate the 1/4 cup on the second round. Just don't want to get out another one. Okay, I'm going to take this over to the mixer and mix it up and bring it back. Here's what it looks like. Alright, now I'm going to add the flour, and then on the second round I'm just going to eyeball the 1/3 cup of flour, and then I'm going to get out the cream and tartar next. As long as you're close, that's all that matters on that flour. I mean, don't put 2 whole cups, but close enough. The salt, I just love what I did here, as I made a little baking station for myself of all these common ingredients I'm constantly baking with, and I put it in a little plastic bin. This is a little salt bin, so I can easily put it in all my cookies. I got my vanilla, my cream and tartar, my cornstarch, my baking soda, and my baking powder in this bin. Makes it so much easier. So I just grab the bin instead of getting out random items. I don't know why I never thought of doing that first time, but I've been loving it now. And this cream and tartar, this is the first time I opened it, and it was like a battle to opening this. I don't know why. It took me like 10 minutes to open that container. I had to cut all that out. It's just crazy. I must have like super Of course I'm clumsy, so all my lids are on tight so it doesn't spill. This is baking soda. I have a large container for baking soda because I use it so much for cleaning and cooking, just everything. Alright, I'm going to sift this together and mix it, and sometimes I think sifting is a waste of time, but you're going to see here in a minute why sifting was important here. It's kind of fun to do. So you can see at the bottom of this, there's little balls in like the flour or the baking soda or whatever. And then if you try to mix that in the mixer, sometimes won't mix it in very well. And you can get lumps in your cookie, and nobody wants to bite into one of those lumps in a cookie. So that's why it's really important to mix that in. All right, I'm going to take this to the mixer real soon. After you mix it all up, you need to chill in the refrigerator. It doesn't say on the recipe how long, so I just did like 30 minutes until I figured this out. So then I decided I needed to decorate the inside of this box. I don't know why I decided this. I'm not very good at decorating, but this is me trying. I think I wasted an eternity trying to make this paper look pretty. It's just parchment paper. I decorated the back side of it, and then I turned it over for the other side of the box. Don't do this, it's just waste time, and nobody really cares. It's fine if it's plain. Watching me waste time is just crazy. So I kept most of it out. And see how bad it looks? Looks like a 5-year-old did it. Anyway, I'm going to stick the paper in the box just to protect the box so I can reuse them again next year, and so the cookies don't get all oily, and I know that they're stay clean because I have no idea what's on the inside of that box. Alright, second part. After the cookies are out of the refrigerator, you need to put sugar in a bowl to coat the cookies. Here's mistake number, like, who knows, maybe 100 out of this. It doesn't say what size cookies in the recipe, so I just grabbed my smallest scooper, and I decided to throw that in a bowl with sugar and mix that around. Those cookies turned out so big, and I'm so thankful that I made a test batch here, because oh my gosh, that is a really big cookie. Like fourth that size is what I ended up doing. So the second round after I did this one is I cut that one in half, and then that was still really big, so then I had to cut that in half again. So fourth is like experimental on these cookies. I just love experiments. I wish I would have known that to begin with, but hey, at least I tested it so you don't have to. So much fun. Okay, I'm going to stick these in the oven for 400 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. And then here's the different size cookies. I found close enough to the right size cookies. You can see it kind of fit in the box. Here's the ginormous cookies, how big they really are. There they are going into the box. I got 4 of them to fit, which I was really happy. And like I said, they just barely fit in the box, so they were crammed in there. But they didn't break, so that's all that matters. And my kids really loved them. So the next day, the kids and my family opened it up and tasted them. And what we're going to do is, if they like them, they put an ornament on the table. So this one is 3 ornaments out of 4. I didn't really like the cookies because they're not the typical sugar cookies I'm used to. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.